Okay. Hello. Hello. Um, okay. Hello. Hello. Um, hello. Hello. I don't know. I think I'm live. Okay, so I'm gonna just go. Hopefully it's working. Um, hey, it's another episode of Candice Michelle Views where I give my opinion on what I am viewing on any mainstream media platform that you could think of. So it's been a lot going on for a while. I just could not jump in. It's like what was been going on, but I do want to come up here and just give some quick breakdowns of 100% of definitely scamming going on. Caught a couple people that are actual actors, and I wanted to just share this real quick. I know it's late, but I had to get in here, or I probably wouldn't. I usually try to do something during the week, but it doesn't never really happen. So, hey everybody out there. I don't know. I think you guys can hear me. Hopefully, you can hear me. If not, I'm just gonna be very pissed if it's not going through. Yeah, I know and then like I was having a hard time streaming, so I'm just like I don't know what's going on. I think I gotta update the OBS. Um, but hopefully everybody can hear me. It looks like people can see me. So hey everybody, that's here. So I'm gonna get started because I don't like to wait. So I'm gonna get started on first exposing an actor on a show where they never mentioned they were an actor, and then I'm going to transition that, showing that these people are habitual liars and telling sad sob stories, and it's not really their situation, and then transitioning it into linking into the ongoing saga of young Pharaoh, and then most likely I won't be talking about him anymore because he's like a confirmed scammer, confirmed actor, and or like whatever, or like Truman Show. I'm not sure exactly how he's an actor. Like it could be a Truman Show acting gig where he has a bunch of people coming in and helping his life. But anyway, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get into a show that I watched. Remember, I was advising you guys like I barely watch TV like that, but I do watch like a couple shows. I watched like 3 or 4 shows. One of my shows I'm missing Insecure. That's what I watched, and I watched We TV, where the marriage, no, Love and Locked Up. Okay, So, I watched that show and I watched the young hip hop kids, if they ever come back, whatever. I watch it here and there, but not really much. But I do watch the Love and Locked Up show because it's a little ratchet, but I feel like it's new people and they keep updating new people. I don't like really reality TV shows anymore where the people are on there for like 8 or 10 years and act like they don't know how to not see each other in the same city that they live in. I do it all the time. So if you could avoid people you don't F with in the same borough or whatever, if I could do it, they can do it. So I just don't like watching shows where they don't get along, but they're on the same show for like 10 years, not getting along. But anyway, so Love and Locked Up, I was watching the show and the characters were, let me get to the clips that I have. They have a bunch of characters on the show, but we're going to zero in on these two. Okay? We're going to zero in on these two characters from Love and Locked Up. Okay? So we're going to get into his sad story about his life, of what he was telling people about. It's a lot of, like, if you watch the show, it's a lot going on with these two characters. It's like a lot of characters involved, but we're gonna get into what he was telling people about his life growing up. Okay, let's see, get to it. Okay, and I'm quite. See, well, let me let you watch some of the clips, and then we're gonna get to the clip where he was giving his sob story about how he grew up. So this is the couple. So the living room. This is our room. Look at the bed. They look way more comfortable than the one in prison. You know what I'm saying? No iron. I can stretch out. I'm like, we can just chill together. All that. Yeah. Let's go check this kitchen out. I'm hungry. Okay. I kind of thought it would be like non-stop touching. Like, I thought I'd even barely be able to make him breakfast. I got some breakfast. Mm-hmm. I'll make you. Pancakes. Yeah. So I want to feed him, and then I want to feed him. I don't teach him. I think I'm gonna drink every day. I'm out now. It's been a long ride. I'm very attracted to Brittany. I'm interested in being intimate with her, but it's been about 3.5 years since I've been with a woman. Okay, so we're gonna get into now. We're gonna get into him talking about his mother. Yeah. So I'm gonna get into why I'm showing you guys this, but this is him telling his girlfriend that waited for him. They met him in jail. This is a Love and Locked Up show, so they met him while he was in jail, held him down. He came out of jail, and now they're all like acting awkward, but they never met each other before jail. So now here he is trying to get more intimate with her, explaining to him his life story. I bet I was. It was nice that you were right there next to me. I wasn't by myself. You wanted to play and kiss on me and stuff. I like. Mm-hmm. I love Ray. He's a baby. I love Ray. It just feels like a dream having Ray home with me. When Ray and I have sex, he's. Oh, sorry. Thanks for sending me a cash app. Ow. But one moment, let me get through this real quick. And I do appreciate anything that anybody sends me. So I will shout you out.
I'm gonna be able to see Nikki in the free world.
Okay, I lost it. One moment. I want to speed up to where he starts talking about his mom.
It just feels like a dream having Ray home with me. When Ray and I have sex, he's a sweetheart. Very like patient, caring, passionate. I think Ray views sex as just like love. Some people have sex just to have pleasure. I think Ray gets pleasure out of it because I love him. I feel good waking up next to you. Just roll over and give you a kiss. That's a good feeling. When we were picking you up from Beaumont, we were in the car. We were kind of talking a lot about, just like your childhood, your life, and how bad I was. Grew up, how bad you were. Like how was that? Oh, my mom, she died. How did she die? She was killed. So I didn't find that out until I was older. I ended up staying with my dad. I was kind of back and forth from my dad to my grandma.
Do you already hear how weird this story is? Now, at first I cared about the story, but once you see that he is actually an actor, you're going to realize that this is not a real story. And you could kind of figure it out that it's not a real story when he said that his mom is dead. Yeah, she got killed. And I ain't find out till when I was older. Like, I don't get how that works. How did you not know your mom was dead?
You and my dad have a lot in common. His dad passed away when he was 10. And he has, like memories. You have memories of your mom? Yeah, she was real cool, real down to earth. She was very beautiful. She was pretty.
Now, who would say, yeah, she was real cool, like, and she's dead, like.
She's gonna keep it real with you. She's just from the street. She drank, have fun, and, just chill. She always told me, would you pick up a beer bottle and break it over the curb? And cut the No. Me and my mother, we always had a.
Now he's playing this role of he's like this bad guy that goes to jail and he's with this girl that has money. Her family comes from a nice family, and here his mother is that he doesn't barely know, because he's saying and he doesn't really know much about her, but yet he remembers her telling him to get a beer bottle and break it and hit somebody with it. So this is his loving memories of his mom.
She always gave me good advice. She was a real down to earth person. Just always letting me know, like, you don't have friends, you have associates. She's just trying to raise a man because it's hard getting a man in this world, in the streets. Somebody shot and killed her, and it hurt like hell to find out. They didn't want to tell me back then when I was there. It was a shock to find out that a man would do a woman like that. I took that really to heart. And, just.
Okay. So yeah, no tears, no nothing, right? Now at first I felt bad for the story, right? But now we're gonna get into this.
Why are we having this meeting? Your client might help himself by answering a few questions about Eddie Newman. Your suspect too. Mr. Grant, your cooperation will mean something down the line. On the last day you were with Heidi, did she talk about it? They called her on her cell phone too. What did they talk about?
Now look at Ray.
She took her phone to her private. She said she got back, but I could tell she was upset. Was she upset after talking with her husband? Sometimes. But she told me you said this word. What specifically did she tell you? She said that all the time they were married, he wanted to control her. Movie directors are like that. They're leading ladies for the control. Was he ever violent with her? She said that when they were married, he had him arrested for assault. That's because he thought she was cheating. When was this? She said last year, right after New Year's. What's the problem? We don't have a record Newman was ever arrested. She never filed a complaint, so.
Okay. So you got that? You understand that this is the same guy, right? Or Law and Order. Telling the same way he told the story. He telling the story the same way he told the story he told about his mama. Talking about, that's why he ain't make it too far. That's why he didn't make it too far. Now you see what I'm saying? Now we clear as day can see this the same person, right? Now this Law and Order episode was it from 2009, 2008 or something like that. This is not even Law and Order SUV. This is like the original Law and Order. So this is a long time ago, right? They got this guy listed as 29 years old on the show of Love and Locked Up. But if he's 29 now, how old was his grown looking self at this age? Because that was over, this 2010, 2009 is over 15, almost, what is it? Don't look. 11 years or something like that, 11, 10 years. So that means this guy's grown in jail. Then, of course, his character is in jail on Law and Order. And then the so-called real role, his real reality life, he's coming out of jail. Now, I could have went on and on about the clip where he was talking about his childhood, but he never mentions that he has done an acting role and he was on Law and Order. So that's weird that he act like he grew up with such a humble beginning, such like bad childhood, bad things, but you don't bring up the positive of. I would have been telling everybody like, yeah, that law, and then I did Law and Order, right? Like, where's the Law and Order? Why no one's telling? I've been watching this couple on Love and Locked Up for a couple months now. They've been on the show for a while now. He never mentioned he was on Law and Order. Okay, let me see. So we just want to establish that they'll give you a whole story, a whole sad story. All right, and they really are actors. Okay, they're really actors. So just to bring that up, right? It brings me now to explain to you guys how far this acting and these scamming things go. So this guy, he's coming home from jail. He has a parole officer. This is supposed to be reality. The guy that I just showed you. He's come home from jail. He's supposed to have a parole officer. He has to watch this and that. So is this real? Like, this is how far they go, where with the police and them being locked up is all a role. It's all a part of the acting gig, because this guy's clearly an actor. You're not going to get a role on Law and Order and not be in the game, okay? Like, he has to get like a fee, something, a acting card, whatever, to even get a speaking role like that. That means he put hours and hours in to his acting craft before he even got a card to even get that speaking role, which was it was a whole long clip of Law and Order. Okay, do you understand that? That he had to go through a lot of acting gigs to even get that gig. So we got to understand that this is something he is not disclosing. He's acting like he's this bad kid. He's just so bad. His mother's drunk. He's out of control. Like, you see what they're trying to push in people's heads, even though that's not his real life. He's on Law and Order looking like a decent guy. No, he probably got paid a decent amount of money and he getting residuals off that episode. He getting a check. He getting a check sent. Probably not much. But every time that episode airs, he's going to get a residual behind it. So I don't know too many, the way how he explains his life on Love and Locked Up, I don't know too many guys that live that kind of life, but have residual checks being sent from the Law and Order episode coming on the other day. So I'm like watching Law and Order on a late night, and I'm like, ain't this rain? See what I'm saying? So that makes me come to the young Pharaoh saga. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be the last time I speak about him, because if it's not clear as day that he's a whole psyop and he's just here to first make you think one way about being conscious, then the next way to bring a black one up and tear them all the way down. He was saying F niggas, and because they're not niggas, they are whatever. They're Chinese ninjas. I don't know. Like, but you see clear as day what kind of game is being played with them, right? So, it's not my finding, but I believe young Pharaoh just recently started hanging out or dating, showing that he's dating a girl named Katie or something like that, and she's from the show Greenleaf. So it was obvious that this was a whole skit in a show from the beginning. So the whole situation with Golden Beauty not being there no more, it was, well, I'm not sure we doing this, but listen, the whole situation about Golden Beauty not being no more, it was already pre planned. As you can see, she changed her her design of her thing. It was like, oh, thanks to everything, even down to her online business, everything got put into place before she got off the show. They gave her cut because she was there from the beginning and somewhat helped him build his platform. So they let her go nicely and gave her whatever. But the show is going in a different direction now, right? So of course the breakup has to seem like it's real. So they do a fake shooting. The cop, he comes in and he laughs and then asks about. Now I have clips of it, but it's like finding clips in here is serious. Okay, like I got so much stuff. I wanted to do a history video today, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time because it's so late and I got so much to say about all this history. Like, just burn all the books. That's what my opinion is. My opinion is to burn all the books, everything. There's all of it in fire. They did that in one of those movies, and it was based off of religion, with Denzel Washington. Uh, I don't remember the movie where he was blind, but he was able to recite the Bible, or whatever, by heart, and I wanted to get into that, but I'm all over the place again, like always. But because I wanted to get into the fact that the black man from America does know the Bible and the scriptures by heart. If you watch it in the slave movies or in all these movies that they have showed us in slave movies, they always have the black man come, like, or the slave, whatever, black person come and preach to these people. But why would you bring him to preach? Why doesn't he need a book? He didn't never need most of these characters, they never had a book. They would just say the word to these people. These people always got emotion and felt it or whatever. So you already know that this is something that is obvious that it was never given to us. This is something that we created, or someone in our native group said that they were getting the word, and they were reciting it. Because it's obvious that we know the black man from America knows the Bible from by heart. You understand what I'm saying? If you see it in the movies, you'll see it all the time where they're reciting. They're always reciting these scriptures. So it's common sense where it derives from. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, let's get back to young Pharaoh. So the whole situation was a buildup of scenes and skits that were already pre-planned, which I already explained to you guys from day one, that they sit around with their Starbucks and they, just like where he had the situation with the first baby mother, Camille. She she came to his home and so-called caused some type of chaos in his home. The next thing you know, she has a YouTube channel. And he was saying from day one, like, oh, I've been telling Camilla to come over and get this money and this and that. I don't think they're getting paid from YouTube. I think they're getting paid by a private investor, which he said in one of his recent videos. He was writing somebody, and then the guy responded back to him and called him a broke boy. No banking or no professional institution will text you back and say broke boy to a client, even if he's broke. So it's obvious it's a private investor that called him a broke boy when he was calling the private investor for some more funds. And he told him, no, I'm good on investing in you at this point. And he has to probably find other investors. But anyway, you see, at some point I had, I come through with bag. I come through and have bags here and there. And I know when somebody is at the last of their bag, and a bag is like $100 something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about a couple dollars. I'm talking about like a bag. And I tell when somebody's at the last ends of their bag. They start looking at everything they invested in. everything that they put their money in and put the CDs, or they be like, oh, I need that, break that CD, break. That's how he moving right now. I've seen it, I've done it. So we already know that he has ran through some money that he didn't think he was gonna run through as fast as he did, which I think everybody that ever had a bag could relate to that. Like, he didn't know he was gonna probably run through what he ran through, and now he's trying to grab whatever he could grab. He's changing the whole show. They tried to make it seem real where they got him locked up. It was a fake cop that came there. I mean, this is supposed to be a white neighborhood. Let young Pharaoh tell us, a white neighborhood, Katy, Texas, or whatever the case may be. I don't think they're gonna send a one black cop out to somebody's home in a white neighborhood. I just don't think that's gonna. Of course, the cop is African Asian. He obviously is not native to this country. So this is one of their friends. And you can see how deep it goes. He could be a cop from there, but they're all in somewhat knowing what's going on. This could be a town that does little, I tell you, they live in communities. This could be one of the towns where they house them in. So let's get to the name of his new girlfriend, the one that's coming in to shake things up and help the views back up, or whatever the case may be. Martina Comer. It showed on the legal paperwork that her name was Martina Comer. And then young Pharaoh name, her name is Martina Comer. So you think it's weird that her name is like Marty time, like we're on Marty time, and her name is Martina, kind of like Marty time, and then like Marty, instead of it being Marty time is Martina, and then of course she's doing like OnlyFans, and she has like this, like where people are saying they saw her doing porn on her OnlyFans. So of course her last name naturally will be Comer. Marty time Comer. Martina Comer. Do you get it? These people are made up. These are made up names. She's a character that was hired into. She is now hitting her scene. She came in with red hair. They all have. You have to blonde your hair to make it come out red. So she went blonde at some point. Didn't show that she did the blonde because it would have been obvious when they do the blonde because she was about to come on to her scene. And then now she has red hair, or put red hair on top of it for it to come out. And we all know that red is when they have, just like when I think somebody left. I don't really know politics that well, but somebody left and then they replaced that person with a lady, and the lady had red hair. It's like, it seems like or the troublemaker in the TV show, they're gonna have red hair, or like the feisty one's gonna have red hair. You see what I'm saying? So the red hair is supposed to be for, she's gonna be coming to shake things up. You see what I'm saying? Fake name, fake character. The character is her coming in to shake stuff up. It's a whole new cast. They actually got a girl also that plays on an actual TV show that's from Oprah, but you would think that at some point she would not want to even affiliate with young Pharaoh after all the things he says about people that be with Oprah. Her group of people, her choice of group of people, which is the guy Weinstein or whatever, well, I don't know all these people names, okay? But it's clear as day that young Pharaoh is a part of this production team. That's why him and his girlfriend, Golden Beauty, consistently says this is entertainment. So I'm no longer going to be talking about them no more because it's confirmed with the actor girl Katie, with him continuously saying that he's going to put his life on a production, and the Martina time Comer girl coming on to the show. It's just obvious at this point that it's a scripted show, and that their homes are probably like places that their agencies or whoever they deal with, their companies put them in. It's not a coincidence that she came from upstate and ended up in Texas as well as young Pharaoh, because they are they are moving in these groups, and they're probably telling them that they have to be here, they have to, whatever the case may be. But this is not normal, regular people that you think. As you can see, young Pharaoh's whole life has been videotaped. I don't know too many people that could show from when they were young to this whatever age, showing all these things that they've been doing, speaking events since they were like from five, since when he had real hair before he put in the lace front. He done speaking events. He's done a lot of music. He has been in the streets doing commentary in the street. So it's already proven that this guy was already going to be. They don't know exactly who's going to be the breakout star when it comes to these Hotep people and things like that. But young Pharaoh pulled a lot of his weight and became one of the top runners of the Hotep family, like the Brother Polite, the Senators, and blah 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 blah. And they all come from under Senator and all these people, their mentors. So these people are here to 100% distract and tell us a lot of negative information, show us a lot of drama. They want you to go shoot your baby mother crib up. Like, it's obvious that this stuff is just being put in front of us for us to display those same behaviors when they don't even really live those kind of lives. As you can see, the guy on Law and Order, he's telling everybody he's so bad, and he's done all these crimes, and his mom's, she's so hood. Yet he was in a decent enough environment crowd to end up on Law and Order. So it doesn't make any sense. It never makes any sense. It's either you're this wild guy, or you're this guy that's put his portfolio together, going with his headshots on when they go for their read or whatever, for their reads. Yeah, so I'm no longer dealing with the young Pharaoh skits. Like, I don't really find him entertaining anymore. Where he continuously talks about the same scenarios, because I guess they're not sure which direction they really want to go in with him anymore. Because a lot of people that probably was promoting him has backed out. You can see a lot of people are backing out, and he's trying to get back to where he used to be. So that's it. That's all I have on that. I'm going to try to get some more information, but I just wanted to just show people how him and Golden Beauty and Orlin was in cahoots from day one. And I do want to also mention that I don't believe those are his children. Um, I believe that Camille and Young Pharaoh, the son looks like Young Pharaoh a little bit, but Golden Beauty, two daughters, looks exactly like her. And I know that happens in life, but we think when you talk about people that's in these kind of fields, it kind of seems like that somebody else might have had children with Golden Beauty. Like, she's a part of that group. That's why he constantly talks about Golden Beauty mother. It gets passed down in your family. If you could see, Golden Beauty showed her brother, and it's common sense that they may be Haitian, Jamaican, whatever exactly she is. But it's all, and of course, young Pharaoh, Haitian. They said Lou, whatever one of the generals of his nation, was in Haiti. And this is the thing. Can you? I believe Lou was probably in Haiti going to visit, I believe, his baby mother or his family. Can you find Lou's baby mother? No, you most likely are not going to find anybody that's from Haiti. You could find Lou baby mother if she was from here. But because she's probably most likely from Haiti, y'all don't even know who she is. Y'all just know that he ended up there or whatever. That somebody commented today saying that Lou was in Haiti. He went to go visit his family because he has children. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you people. That when these people pass away, or when they give up their fake name, their fake character roles, they could easily go back to their country, and we will not know about it. We will not hear about them, because we do not hear about, well, when people go to other, we do not hear about them. We don't know. You probably can't trace down Lou's baby mother from Haiti. Now, if she was from here, you guys will find her in 2 seconds. Like, oh, look at that girl. But for some reason, we don't have the same connections, as easy to find someone as from easy to find someone from this country as it would be from a different country. Okay, so like when I say that they go to a different country, it's very much obvious that they most likely are being sent to a different country instead of dying or being killed. A lot of people died. Um, I would like to talk about Young Dolphin. How he had those hot cookies on his hand. He looked like he was on crack. Most of these people are on crack. Um, Young Pharaoh with his mouth starting to look a little sunken in. That's not from smoking weed. I have family members. I have close direct family members. When your cheeks do that, it's crack. It's nothing. It's you smoking that pipe. It's nothing else that's going to draw your cheeks in. Smoking weed does not draw your cheeks in. Okay, okay. They're all. I don't know if you have to get on crack, but they're mostly all of them are on crack. I've already explained that to you guys, and it shows already that I'm not lying, that all of them are on crack. And that's how you get in. Because I believe the rich people want to get some crack. So if you're rich and you want some crack, you ain't going to get it from another rich person. You're going to have to find people that's selling the crack, which is going to be probably more gangster people from different countries, whatever, but there's still going to be more hood or more, wild people. You want to be the buyer, but you got to go get it. And the person that's gathering it up and distributing it is not going to be a rich, nice person. It's going to be somebody more rough around the edges. So this is how most of these people end up being rappers, move stars, or whatever, because they're coming from the porn. They're coming from foster care or government institutions, church institutions, Catholic institutions, a lot of stuff like that, where they get them from. In majority of the time, you have most likely, if you're going to be in the in crowd, you're going to have to probably be on crack or some type of serious drug, or they probably won't trust you. Just like with the Waukesha song, and then there was a guy that was driving in Waukesha something. So you see the connections there where they got Christmas, a guy mowing down kids in Waukesha, and then Moneybag Yo making a song about Waukesha and it's an actual drug. So you see where the connections are kind of going, where they're all connected. The news, the rappers, they're all trying to push this name Waukesha for some reason. Um, yeah, I'm trying to find stuff, but it's just not registering. I literally had a hard time getting up here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so going back to young Pharaoh briefly. Me saying his children isn't his. If you look at Camille and young Pharaoh's child, Camille's child looks like young Pharaoh. But if you really pay attention to their looks, if you really pay attention to young Pharaoh and Camille looks, they kind of look alike. They kind of look alike. So you got to follow me with this. Most of these people, now I don't know if they had children together or not, but most of these people do incest. It's somewhat like the Jewish religion, where, and I'm not saying all Jews mess with their cousins, but most of these people are intersexing because they have to stay. They are staying within their family range. They don't want to venture out. So a lot of these people are marrying their first cousins or their second cousins or whatever the case may be, and they're actually having children together. So, that's kind of where I'm going with this. That if young Pharaoh even had a child with her, there, which I don't think so. I think she had her own child, and young Pharaoh is claiming to be the father of these children, so it won't look like whatever he is what he is. Um, I believe that the son looked like Camille and also young Pharaoh, but I believe that young Pharaoh and Camille look alike. And then here goes with Golden Beauty. I believe Golden Beauty, her two children look just like her only. So the thing that made me spark that off is that they say things a lot that makes that it's like they put out there right in your face and wanted to go over your head. So at one point, young Pharaoh went to his lawyer's office. It was a very fake scene. of him just going straight up to. I've never seen anybody go into a nice building without checking in with your ID. Without This is a lawyer. A lot of lawyers get threatened. A lot of lawyers have to, worry about, retaliation of any kind of outcome, just like what he was going up there for. He wasn't happy or satisfied with the lawyer. So you just don't walk up inside of a nice building like that and just go to the lawyer. Especially if he's saying he was in New York, it's just not real reality. So the fact that he already went up and the security guard said, "Oh, I know you," whatever, like it was obvious this was a skit. This was a skit. Okay? Went right up to the lady. She all caught the person this fast. That's not reality. No one's caught. She had told him to sit down and let her figure it out. He got the person. She got the person right on the phone. It was a very weird scene. Right? So the situation of that scene was that he was saying that the lady asked for a paternity test on, he didn't even say who, but I'm assuming it's Golden Beauty's children. And he was like, "Oh, everyone know that those are my children." He keeps saying that he caught them out of her vagina, but that doesn't mean that you're the biological father of those children. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it out there that young Pharaoh might be transgender. In my opinion, I'm not sure. I don't think he's the father of anything. I think he probably was a female at some point. If not, then fine. But I do still think that he is Cat Williams as well. Because he is an actor. He is an actor. Who knows what happened to the real young Pharaoh? But this guy that they have now, he clearly has a lace front on. This is not his real hairline. This is not his real hair. Oh, and here goes the Marty time. See how it says Marty time, like Martina and Cummer, like she makes people cummer. And then of course young Pharaoh name as well. He has Marshall, Genie, and Daniels, like the book of Daniel. Marshall and then Genie, like that's what they are. They over there rubbing lands for a wish to come over here. It's a whole fake name. I already explained that. So now it's obvious because of the police being sent to Golden Beauty House. There was only one cop there, which is if somebody shot at my house and you said one cop, I will be upset. And then if you're coming to a shooting, why would you come by yourself? That's a high dangerous call. Somebody obviously has a weapon, and you're gonna come by yourself. Doesn't make any sense. That you always partner up. He should have had a partner there. He didn't come with any paperwork to even write or get her story and give her the back pink slip end. It was no doc. It was no paper. They're supposed to have a big pad with them so they could do it and then give her the pink end. So all of that stuff was fake and it was their friend. And I couldn't believe he laughed and then asked about. He said, "Oh, did your man do it?" And she never said her man. She never said anything to him. I watched it from when she walked to the door and when she walked in. That video got like 50,000 views or something like that because it's like 50,000 idiots. It's with me wanting to see what she had to say about young Pharaoh shooting her home, and he didn't even get charged for that. He got charged for misdemeanors because he knew he was going to come right home. And that's the game that they play when they try to pretend that they're really going to jail and they're really getting locked up. As I showed you, like the guy from Law and Order, he come home from Law and Order and went to her house, like, so it's just obvious that they're all in cahoots. Now, yeah, here goes a better one where they look just alike. They are cousins, bro. They are cousins. I mean, that's none of these children is his. And when that's what I'm saying, when he was explaining what he was pissed off about, are you telling me you're not related? Come on. They look just alike. And then of course these are usually sometimes when people try to get on, they use family and stuff like that, so it would be easier for them to get away with what they're getting away with because everybody understands the game, how it goes. Okay, they're all brought up into this. So young Pharaoh was telling the lawyer that she was saying that he needs a paternity test. So I took that and said, they're just putting it out there. Like, that's why he don't be seeing them damn kids. Like he always like, oh, them kids, but he never had them. He never go. They right up the block. He never gets them. He see them in the street. He didn't go and run and say, oh, they got my daughter. Get her out the street. You know, he just like, oh, look, go to get your kid. You know, like, look at your kid in the street. You paying attention? That's your kid too. I would have parenting. I would have got right to go on. I would have went right up. Forget taping a YouTube argument between Golden Beauty and Jocelyn, and I didn't even know those are two different people. But mind you, they spelled Jocelyn, the girl that peed on herself. They spell her name like Josh, Josh, and then Lynn. So all these people are crazy. All these people are crazy. Jocelyn, she has a male name, Josh, then Lynn. So, and she looks strong in the back. She remember when she was arguing with Golden Beauty, I was looking like Golden Beauty don't got a chance, you know. Thank God they didn't. It wasn't a real situation, because if it was, Golden Beauty would have been on the floor. Okay, with her butterfly sweatpants. It's all coded. It's all coded. The Martina girl wore Adidas the other day, and then they're wearing shirts and stuff that has specific things in front of it. They are 100% psyop. Okay, it's all skits that they are coming up with, and I'm no longer entertaining it anymore, because it's not even that entertaining at this point, and it's not real. It's none of it's reality. None of it. They are sitting around, just like with Camille, when he's saying she threw something. They probably sat around all together chilling and broke that. That it's not even easy to break a oven glass. Like, is she that strong? Like, it seemed like they broke it on purpose. You know, like, I gotta understand that these are all pranks, but they're not telling you it's a prank. Like, they're just like with Golden Beauty. She did like some type of thing where she acted like she was getting kidnapped, but never said at the ending it was a prank. So this is how they're doing things. They're doing things like, this is fake, but we're not going to tell people it's fake. You should just know. Or maybe anyway, who cares, right? At this point, like, it's not even important. Yeah, so, and then, Golden Beauty got caught hanging out with this girl that works for young Pharaoh. She's over here eating with them. And this is after she left, after Golden Beauty left and had all these issues and hated. You know, why would you hang out with somebody that young Pharaoh hired? Why would young Pharaoh let her hang out with Golden Beauty? Like, don't tell her my business. We don't get along. We're not the same. You know, we're fighting like cats and dogs. But yet here they are hanging out. Like, and then it was like a scene where she has somebody at her, where she has someone to go. We didn't even know Golden Beauty had friends. And then here she go with this girl, and she was also eating as well. There she goes. So these are all African Asiatics, scamming, scheming actors, up and coming actors doing reality acting. Okay? And the joke be on us. They be just cracking up laughing. They just be laughing and laughing. Everything's funny, you know? As it should. Okay? And here goes the Katie Ann girl. The Katie Ann girl, they are now improving her. They are now improving her, and she's an actual actress herself. So now they're getting her into the new. Okay, so yeah, so I just wanted to show the police laughing. Not only did the police laugh, he asked her if her boyfriend did it, and she never told this guy anything that happened. And the police cannot coerce you. They usually ask you, "Hey, what happened?" They want to get the story first. He came in here, laughed at the fact that she showed him the bullet shot, and then said, "Oh well, it was your man that did it." Now, right then and there, you should have saw that that was a setup because she never told this guy that her man did it. Okay, I'm sorry, but here goes the cookies. Here goes the thing with the cookies. Now, look how he got these hot cookies spread out on his hand. And she said it just came right out the oven. Get inside. Come back around there. What you get? Chocolate chip. Don't hot. Just for you. Now, would you have some cookies straight out the oven? Would you have some cookies straight out the oven? Would you have some cookies straight out the oven with in your hand like this? Spread it out. Would you have some cookies hot as hell, straight out the oven on your hand? This how you know it's a fake script. Like that, them cookies, he probably did that scene 10 times because look how drugged out he looked. Look how drugged out he looked. Just pay attention to how he looked. Get inside. Do y'all know people that do hard drugs? He's on that Waukesha. Get inside. Come back around there. What you get? Chocolate chip. Don't hot. Now, mind you, they said that one of the ladies, is a stripper. Now let's find that. Yeah, like this guy, he looked like a drug addict. Like he went back to his country. I'm telling you, this stuff don't stop. They are out of control getting rid of them because they probably didn't secure their citizenship here. Okay? Okay, I can't find it. You know, it's not easy to find stuff when you're actually. Okay, here we go. So, this is the girl with the cookie. Thank you. Y'all got a GoFundMe for. Yeah, got the tea. So you strip all night and do the hoochie coochie, then go put your hands in cookies. Now you heard he said she strips all night, then go make the cookies afterwards. So you got already see that this is another hoax of the porn industry getting involved. They get them businesses, they get them everything. They put them in home, they put them in communities. I mean, I can't continue on to go because it's all of them. It's not just like the rappers or Young Pharaoh. It's everything that you could think of that is on these kind of shows, on these TVs. You could see who's the regular people that don't get much. I can't get past 1,000 or whatever. You know, I'm not gonna get far, right? And I would love to get far, but you know, that's not the point. The point, because my point is, I want my men, I want my rights, I want all that back, because all that belongs to us. Like I be hearing these African Asiatics talk crazy, and I be looking like, what is they talking about? Like none of this, like they should know. Like you know, let me see if I can find something and show. Okay. Let me see if I can find the picture when I went to the West Indian Day Parade. Let me see if that picture's in here. Okay, because I don't get what makes them think that anyone certain people know that they've been from America all their lives. Like they don't think for 1 second that they was from or have any descendants from Africa. And I never ever claimed anything else. So this is not something that I'm like, oh, I just figured it out. No, I knew all my life. I've been telling people all my life I'm Native American. I'm from here, whatever. Native. I'm not from no motherfucking where else. Don't put me nowhere else. Don't place me nowhere else. I don't think the picture's in here. Aw. Okay. I can't find it. Yeah, because I had a picture when I went to the West Indian Day parade when I was really young. I thought it was in here. It's not in here. Whatever. That's weird. I thought it was in here. I don't think it's in here, but whatever. Yeah, well, anyway, I had on American flag. I went there with the American flag, and all my other friends they had on whatever they was. But I made sure I put on the American flag. Like I had like American flag, this American flag, whatever. Because like literally, I just want to show like it's not something that I just figured out. Like I knew this all my life. Like because my family, we from the South, and people from the South tend to know that they not from no Africa. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them know and understand where they're from. And a lot of those people they do well out there as well. They a lot of people that's from here that you would think will come and help and tell us, they stay quiet. They mind their business. They don't want to lose whatever position they have. So they don't say anything. They just let other black people like them and they know it's from here lose while they win and stay quiet with their, $300,000 a year job, whatever they do, their government jobs, whatever the case may be, and they don't get involved. Yeah, I thought I had that picture, but it's okay. But I've been saying all my life, from America, because I am from America. It's common sense. If you had a brain that everybody has an accent except us. The only accent we got is how we talk, and they try to make it seem like we talk ignorant, but yet they want to use our language because we speak the English language. This is our language. Um, yeah, that sucks. I wish I could have found it, but yeah, so other than that, I don't know what else. All these people that's passing away, most likely they're not actually dying. At first, I thought they were getting sacrificed because they believe in sacrificing, like the Muslims they believe in strapping bombs to kids and throwing them in there, saying they're gonna become kings and stuff like that, which I don't think is real. I think all the stuff that they show us is for show. I don't think that's actually happening there. I don't think because who are they fighting? Who are the Arabs and them fighting? They're fighting each other and they all related. I mean, then let the family, mind your business, family fight, right? But yeah, let me see what else. So I'm not gonna give any history lessons because it's already super late. I just wanted to like show everyone that these people will go as far as saying that their mother died. He's in the bed. That man was in the bed saying his mother died. When he was older, he didn't find out he was old. This like he didn't have no direct like this is like a sad story, but he was like so they're also because they're trying to remember lines. So yeah, that's how far they'll go. They'll go as far as lying about their mother being dead. They'll go as far as laying up in a bed in a house that they know is not their house. This is not a real situation, but they're trying to make it seem like it's a reality, and it's no different in what we are watching when we watch the young Pharaoh and all the other people that are on these YouTubes that just come out of nowhere and just get all of these views and all of this. It's like, come on, like who are you kidding? It's very scripted situations. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna find it. I was just gonna find my thing. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about all these people. I have so much in here, like with Nick Cannon and how he's at work telling us about his child dying. No tears about his 5 month child dying. A lot of people act like they done came to, but it's like, bro, it just happened. So no matter, even if you're trying to say like, oh, I came in to, God, whatever you're trying to, it still should be some serious sadness and tears. I wouldn't have made it to work. I wouldn't have wanted to talk about it in like into depth the way he did it. He did such a great job talking about it. Like it was just like, did you eat the kid for adrenochrome? Like I don't know. In my opinion, I just felt like that was weird. And here go this child to they're doing this to children. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Watch. More socks in my bra. I wouldn't be comfortable walking around with male parts and I look the same as it. Like I look like a female that has no parts. That's the biggest thing. Like this. You saw that guy with the goofy face? He was like, because the thing is, you can't tell that this is a girl. You can't tell that that was born a boy. But as you can look at her neck, you see, this is why we say, like, when their necks is very strong, like, believe when we tell you, and the anatomy is the anatomy. There's no going around it. Look how big her neck is. More socks in my bra. I wouldn't be comfortable walking around with male parts and same as it. Like I look like a female that has no parts. That's the biggest thing. Like this. You saw that guy with the goofy head face? Yeah, so just to show, like, you guys are not going to be able to tell if they was, well, you could be able to tell, but it's not that easy, as you can see. And that's Hassan Campbell's oldest son that turned girl. So people need to question Hassan Campbell. Like he gets all these views and he constantly talks about heavy D, having heavy D at 12 years old. Like I don't even know why he keeps calling it heavy. He could just say D. Like so I think people need to like have his home checked because he has a bunch of children. He said he had foster children in there, all kinds of children in there because that's usually they get those foster kids and stuff. Like I told you, that's another scam where they put the foster kids in like the basement, and then their real kids get each their own room, and they get their checks for those foster children. Like people need to like really evaluate because what Hassan Campbell, whatever his situation, of what he went through, and then his son being a female and stuff like that. You gotta understand that stuff doesn't really make any sense. Like, what kind of upbringing are you having with them, where you went through something tragic, and then your child goes through? It seems like some weird things might have happened to them because it doesn't happen naturally. It happens because of events. Girls end up messing with other girls because of, oh, this guy hurt me, or oh, I'm scared, or whatever the situation is. So what kind of situation could have happened with Hassan Campbell's oldest son, where Hassan Campbell went through something tragic, where you couldn't have prevented or sheltered as much as you could of the situation that you have with your oldest child. I mean, it just seems like, to me, I have no issues with them doing what they do. Like if they want to transform or whatever, it's the fact that it's so many of them transforming, but not telling people that they have transformed. So that's the issue. That is the only issue. It's the transparency that is not being given, and it's happening more than what people are believing. And I'm trying to explain to a lot of people like Jennifer Lopez and all these people with these strong necks and these same looks. I'm gonna do a video where like male to female like I did before, because there's so many of them that I'm just gonna have to do a video on it to show like all the situations where you could just tell it's a man, it was born a male. Yeah, so I'll do that one day. Okay, yeah, so I really don't have nothing else because I didn't really plan anything. And I wanted to do a history thing. That's gonna be my next live. Um, I watched this show called Godless. I'm not sure if anybody seen that on Netflix. It's called Godless. It does give a lot of information on like it's no doubt about it. The biblical stuff happened in America because on that show it was that show Godless was based on like the 1890s, like going into the 1900s, in Colorado. And if you think of the word Colorado, It's really spelling out Colorado. And if you know Spanish, anything ending in ado is like past tense. So Colorado is kind of like saying color, like they were colored, or they was colored. That's what the meaning of Colorado would mean, like Colorado. And they used to call us colored people, whatever the case may be. So anyway, the movie is based on Colorado, where some Spanish. I would not say Spanish. I would say white. I don't know what to call them, but anyway, it was white people that came from New Mexico, coming from Mexico, the El Paso way, and migrated up into Colorado, where they were mining, and a lot of their husbands died and left them as widows. So the movie was based off of a town full of widows, and there was more men coming in, and they were telling them as they were coming in, they was telling like the black people that were living there, they were like, you may have to do this and do that, and they were telling them like, every time y'all keep telling us to mind our business, you know, you have to watch the movie. Kind of, it's not a movie, it's a series, really good series, only one season. They probably only gave it one season because there was a lot of truth being told, but you can't let it go over your head. So one of the white guys was coming in, and let me see if I can find a clip. He was telling everybody about Moses. He was saying a lot of stuff where that Trinidad was here too. Trinidad was in America. The Garden of Eden was in America. They say that. Let me see if I can find a clip. So of course, when I heard what the guy said, I googled it, and it is a garden. It is a Moses lake that comes from. Let me see. So the thing is, if the Bible was from Egypt or whatever the case may be, why would in Egypt or none of them have these places that we have in America that's directly from the Bible? Let me see if I can find it. And then I'm going to end it on that because I'm not getting into history because it takes too long. But I did want to show you guys this too, though. I don't know if I can let this play. This video. This video where they keep saying they were going ape shit. Now this is around the time where Jay-Z just started to transition those fake little dreads, and he turned into a vegan. Now he looks super different. I'm gonna do a video on Jay-Z because I have a lot of stuff on him. He was doing CGI and it was caught on. I have another video where me and someone else was collabing. She sent me the video. Shout out to her. I'm gonna shout you out when I do that video of Jay-Z and him possibly being played by somebody else. A lot of people have said that to me, and I've gotten a lot of videos that can back it up that the Jay-Z that we used to know is no longer. He was definitely CGI'd in videos where it was flickering and scattering on the top of his head. So you could tell that he was not actually there. It was CGI. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I did want to see if I could find a video of. Strongest building in this town. I'm not using the password. Okay, I don't know if I took a video of that scene. Oh boy, I wish I took a video. I don't think I took a video of that scene specifically. I have videos of the other scenes though, but strongest building in this town. I'm not using this one. What makes it so strong? It's built of iron and brick. My husband Theo insisted on it. And iron and brick comes from where? The East. Rifles, nails, gunpowder, flour,
ammunition, all of it comes from the East. Silver mining has been based in Pittsburgh for 22 years.
Now you heard that? We heard all that stuff that comes from the East. From the East. And he's talking about America. Because like he said, from Pittsburgh. So yeah, we kind of a big deal. I already told you at East, everything in home from home head east. They pushed y'all out to the west when they was telling y'all, it's a go, it's the that fool's goal for California. When everybody started migrating to California, or they migrated to Chicago. They pushed everybody to California, into Chicago, into New York, when we were originally all from the South. They were telling them about the gold rush in California, a gold rush here, gold rush there, when they already picked everything damn near dry, and they tried to have everybody migrate out. But you heard what he said in that movie. That this movie is called Godless. Well, it's a series. He goes on to talk about. I wish I had the clip. He goes on to talk about. Let me see. One moment. Independence, Missouri. He talks about that, and he talks about Moses City, which is Moses. It's a Moses Lake in Oklahoma, in Washington, in New York, Washington. The Washington that's more towards the Great Britain in Alaska. You know, right above us in Canada is considered Great Britain. So Great Britain is the whole on top of what Canada is. It was Great Britain at one point. Um, See the city of Trinidad, that's in Colorado. And they also have something else. And they have the Garden of Eden in Missouri. So why would we have Moses Lake in here, the Garden of Eden in Missouri? They said that the Mormons, and then you got to think, because the Mormons are the people that took all the information, right? The Joseph Smith, whatever the guy is. Their name is Mormon, like Mon, Mon. Let me see if I can make this big. Mormon. So today the Mormons are like white or Amish or Jewish or whatever you want to call them. But when you hear the name Mormon, sounds kind of Jamaican, right? The Moors, and then Mon, Mon, like Mon. I'm telling you, this stuff don't never stop. Um, I'm gonna leave it there, right? Because it's like I can't really go nowhere further. But as you can see, in America, we have Moses Lake, we have Garden of Eden, that was in Jackson County, in Missouri, in it's a lot. Just like with Mount Rushmore, like Mount Rushmore. And as you can know, Mount Rushmore was sold, and that's why they were able to do the sculpture there. So who sold it? Okay, who sold it where they were able to put that Mount Rushmore there? Okay, so I wanted to talk about how I was arguing with this African guy, right? He was going back and forth for mad long. He was going on and on and on and on and wouldn't shut the hell up, right? Now, mind you, only thing I did was write in the Jay-Z thing. I was like, oh, boycott the Jay-Z movie, because you see how they stole my idea about when we be doing this with with the guns. You see, they did that in that movie. Now, mind you, they don't stole my idea, because I was like, we the ones that was doing that. So, because we the ones that invented he told you right here, it all comes from the East. Gunpowder, iron, brick, or everything, flour, coffee, everything from America in the East. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Where the Turtle Island, it was lit. That whole Turtle Island is where everything was at. It's including the Garden of Eden and everything else. Mississippi, Missouri, all that stuff is all going toward that great river. Um, so this guy, he wants to argue me down because that's like boycott that movie because they're talking about great shooting great cowboys, black cowboys, but they're acting like they're fighting each other. That's what you want to give us? Because no, like I want to see them kicking. They'll show them doing something to white people on a train, and that was it. Like they really didn't even bother them after that. No, we don't want to see black on black, nothing. Like that's what the movie was. That's what you could give us. Like, oh, well, we're gonna give you something, but then it's gonna be y'all killing each other. You know that, though, right? Like, no, no, we want something great. We don't want nothing like that. We don't want nothing that's always like we beefing, not with each other. We might be beefing with other black people, but not of our kind. More of this crazy African guy that I was arguing with, where he was telling me I was African. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not, bro. Like I'm from America. Like my family's from America. I'm all from America, right? So he's like, girl, please, you African and you know it. But look how long this is. Look how long this paragraph is, right? So mind you, he's going back and forth with me a lot. He's like saying a lot of stuff, right? So let me read it, some of it, since I got time for this. So he's like, "Girl, please, you are clearly." And no, let me go to where we started first arguing, right? Let me go to when we first started arguing. He was like, "Of course, the cast is a lot of British actors. Yeah, let's see that happen in James Bond next year. That will go over real well." Saying let it. So he basically saying that is he says so what if it's British cast members, and he was like, well, let's see if an American can play James Bond. Let's see how well that will go over. Which he's basically making fun of the fact that James Bond would never be played by an American white man. They'll always make sure they get somebody from London or whatever to play that role. So the same thing for here. Why do we have to have someone from Great Britain, British, you know, African Asiatic descent? You know, these most of these Great Britain people are Jamaican, North African, French men. So I was like, okay, let me see where I started. So anyway, let me see where we started arguing. Let me see it right now. I don't know, whatever. I can't find the very beginning of the argument, but at some point I said, okay. So this is the guy I was arguing. This is what he looks like. I went to his page and I was like, okay, we know for sure you're African Asiatic. Like it's common sense. I don't even have to ask you. Like even if you're from America, you're not from or originally from here. So he was like, "Oh, that's obvious, but you're." He was like, "That's obvious, but you're girl. Please, you're clearly of African descent." And yes, I am proudly of African descent. And quite frankly, you should be too. Unfortunately, the level of self hate and colorism that stems from slavery lingered down to our generation and is eating you up so much that you hate who you truly are. But then we both know you are nothing if you cannot even live life being your authentic self. So the thing is like I am trying to live my authentic self. And you're the problem. You're very pushy. I told him I said he's very pushy. I was like, I said, you just proved my point because he said that he's African and his mother, his father, his grandmother's from Africa. I said, yeah, you just proved my point. My mother, my father's from America. My great grandmother from my great 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 great. I was just showing my mother the other day how much me and my great 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 grandmother look like each other. Like I was like, yo, why is my great 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 grandmother looking like me? And this is my mother's 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 mother. Okay, look at this picture of my great great. She's from the 1800s. Look at my great 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 grandmother. Look at her little self. She little. Look at that fucking. Look at her. I look just like her from America. 1800s. This is my mother's mother's mother. Okay, so that's my great grandmother, and from America. Look just alike. Got that same. We both got that mouth like one motherfucker. And then I tell you close that goddamn door. Like, okay, we got that same look. And mind you, it look like she got a Bible in her hand. Like she got something in her hand. Most likely a Bible. Okay? She doesn't have the nose. She doesn't have the eyes. She doesn't have none of those people features. Okay? And people would say, oh, about like, what do you want me to say? These are people from America. You know what I'm saying? And for him to argue me down, like I don't know who none of my family members is pathetic on his end. You know, on his end, because he don't even have to look far to say he's from Africa. I don't know how far I gotta look to say I'm from Africa, but it would be no point. It would be no point because if you started to come at a time where y'all are saying people are slaves, and she clearly is not a slave at the time where people are supposed to be slaves or just not being slaves, it's clear as day that's not what was going on with her and her husband in these pictures. Okay? And if I showed you a picture of a white general, was a white general or something. His last name was Jackson, but you could tell he was of black descent. But you would say that he looked like me, but no, that I look like him, but no, he looked like me. He had ethnic hair. Let me see if I can find that picture of the white guy. It was a white general or something like that, and somebody, I think young Pharaoh or somebody was trying to prove a point with this white guy. But I was like, yo, first of all, his last name was Jackson, and we looked at just alike. Me and this white guy looked at exactly alike. But the thing is, you would think, oh, well, we look like them, right? No, he looked like us. He had black hair. He had ethnic hair. This is why George Washington and all of them was wearing wigs. They didn't want to show you that they had nappy hair. They had nigger hair. They had hair where it like they was mixed descent, not white. And this guy was from France or French or whatever, wherever he's from, coming to fight in the American Revolution. Let me just find this picture. I don't know. I just want to find out just that one picture of the white guy so I can prove my point that he had my hairstyle. So how will we look like him? No, they look like us. When they get the certain European features, it's because they get it from us, not we get it from them. And I just wanted to prove that really fast, and then I'm gonna try to wrap it up because I didn't know I was gonna be on here for this long. Here we go. So the guy name is William Jackson, right? Now you would think, oh, you guys are like Africans and you're related. William Jackson he's from 1828. So this is around probably the lady that I showed you, my great grandmother. Her mother and her probably was still alive at that time. So my great grandmother and her mama probably was alive around this time. This ain't that long ago. They were over here fighting, but yet my grandmother and them are from here. Okay, my great grandmother. So he's an American Revolution, like I'll tell you, he came from France and tried to come and fight. Oh, he's from Cumberland, England, right? And he came over to fight in the American Revolution. He was a stow. I think they killed his parents or something like that, or his parents died, and then they brought him back into the government, and he fought with them, whatever, because he was like when you're an orphan, I think you get sent to the government. You know, you're government property when you're in orphanages and stuff like that. So he served with George Washington. He was his personal secretary or something like that. So this is what I'm trying to show you, that this stuff is not too long ago of all these things that's occurred. They would say that we look like this guy, right? Like we have his features, right? But if you pay attention, and now mind you, both our last name is Jackson. And we look, I ain't gonna lie, we look just the goddamn like. I said, damn, this might be my cousin or something, right? This might be a family member, right? Let me see if I can get it. Like, you see, literally look alike, right? But you know where I was trying to explain that they would say I have white people features? No. He has our features. If you look at his hair, his hair is a dead giveaway. Oh, this thing is giving a glare. If you look at his hair, oh hell no, I just lost the goddamn picture. God damn it. And that wasn't easy to find. It was all the way back there. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it back. Un momento. I just wanted to show you this guy here. Because it's like obvious that white people should not have hair like that. So where did he get the black people hair from? That's what we got to understand, that eventually their hair probably started to straighten out. But at this point, he don't have straight hair. Oh God, here I should have took a picture of it. Okay, here we go. Just in case if I am. So I'm not sure if you can see this guy here. You can already see that it's not no white person here. Look how, that's how my hair would look if it got wet. If my hair got wet, it would get poofy, just like, it would look just like this. It would be just this hair right here would turn into this early. So how did he get this kind of hair? Where would he get this cottony kind of hair? Where would the cotton hair come from? So you got to understand, do I look like him or do he look like us? Where did he get that hair from? Why is his hair laying straight? Why is this guy here looking like that? How does he get curly? My hair would look just like that. If it got wet, it would look just like this. It would be all poofy, mad tight, like mad short, look like just like this. Where did he get this hair from? Okay? That's my point. Ain't no we look like them, they look like us. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I said, damn, this nigga look like me. I had to kind of look and be like, dad, they might be right. But then I looked at, I said, look at this guy here. Why is his hair like that? His hair is mad curly. I said, yo, his hair is mad net, it's like I got caught in the rain. That's how my hair look when I get caught in the rain. I'll be pissed, like, white person here shouldn't never do that. I've never seen white people here do that when they in the rain. Or it be just like that. It just stay straight. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. That's where they come from. They are black and Asian people mixed. And some of them are African, Asiatic, and Asians. And some of them are native black people and Asians. And some of them are, okay? That's where white people come from. They are not white. They're not white. They're actually black. They actually got some ethnic in them. These people act, or they got a lot more Asian, but that's why they turn pink or they rednecks. They got color. They got color. That one drop rule. So my point of that, I'm gonna get into the polar, like the North Pole and the South Pole, because we're polar people, we're polarized people, and if you look at the definition of polarized, it's of two different things, and that's exactly what we are here. We're two different things here. Let me see if I took a picture of that. Yeah, so polarization. Polarization. Just like the North Pole, the South Pole, is a division into two sharply contrasted groups or set of opinions and beliefs. The polarization of society between the rich and the poor. So we're gonna leave that here. I'm going to definitely next live do a history video. We're gonna discuss what 1% and what the 2% and all that stuff is about, and the dividing of the groups: the rich, the intelligent, and the poor. There's only three groups here. It's the rich, the intelligent people that rich people hire. Then it's the poor, the people that work to take care of these people. So that's all I have right now. I just wanted to just push out the scamming, the situation with all the scamming with young Pharaoh and his new direction of his new show. They obviously canceled the old show. It was losing ratings. They done made they got a whole new cast of fake names and fake characters that are real. That these are people that already were ready to be on what they're on right now. They're all ready to be scripted and ready to go. They are all at the same stories about tragedy, tragic. Okay, and it's because they're looking for some views, some type of your attention, and your views turn to this for them. So I just wanted to just keep pushing out there of who's doing this to us. It's the French, North African, African Asiatic people, and of course their family, the Jew, the Russian, like the Rushmore, Mount Rushmore. Jewish people come from Russia and China, and they came here. The Rushmores, they came and took over our mounts and our mountings and all our stuff. So we just want to make sure that history starts to get told properly. If you're going to be Christian, you want to believe in the Bible. So you should know who gave you that, or who studies that, where it origins from. It does not origin from Scotland. That's where they added the third party, the holy. That's where they are adding in the third. And I want to get into the third world countries as well. America is not a third world country, but everywhere else is considered a third world country. And if you understand what a third party is, then you will understand why we're not a third world country and everywhere else is. They're just a replica. They just want to be. Okay, that's what a third party is. If I was a third party, your business. If I said, hey, let me be a third party and take care of some business for you, that means I'm basically trying to be you and handle your business for you. I'm a third party to you. I'm working for you. I'm gonna do whatever I can for you. So these third world countries is just they want to be you. They want to be you, America. They want to turn it. They want to take in whatever take it for what it is. But they're a third party. They are a third party. They say the land is theirs or whatever in that other country. What land? What land do y'all got? I'll wait. What land? Y'all all live under sea level. And if you're not living under sea level, you're living on the desert. If you're not living on the desert, you're living on marshland. Like, what land? What flat land you got? Okay. So, like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to try to come back with more energy and more organized. I just wanted to jump up here and just show that the other night I'm watching Law and Order and I see Ray on there when he was just crying about his mother. Never said nothing about his acting career, which I think is weird because through that whole show I was watching, he was telling them, oh, he's trying to do better. He did this. He didn't even have to prove himself to know. He'd be like, yo, I'm an actor. Like, I've been on shows, girl. I'm just getting my feet wet. I'm getting back in my acting stuff. He act like he's like some big, like, bad guy and he just goes to jail so we could clearly see that was not this is not reality. This is not true stories. These are fake his name is probably not even Ray, you know? Like, think of the name, Ray, like Ray. I know y'all keep saying, like, oh, some people names probably do, but most of these people names is always, like I said, like Marshall, Jeannie, every single name. Martina, come every single name. It's no good, you know? The Golden Beauty, she got her thing, they gave her a new thing, boom, she's out of the show. She got fired or whatever. Like, they gave her a lot of parting gifts. Um, so yeah, just try to cancel these people. That's my whole point. My whole point is once we cancel them, um, that's best. I just ordered from AliExpress. I don't know if people buy stuff, but like if you want to get name brands or something, AliExpress got like the the name brands for like $20, and it came. I just want to see if stuff is gonna come. It came and look exactly like the pictures. So go to AliExpress for your name brands if you want to get. Like I already told you guys, please don't pay full price for for sweatshop clothes. These things are being made very cheaply, and you're just paying sucker price. Then you're just being a lollipop. So try not to buy those things directly from those stores. It's just not something that the movement that I'm trying to be a part of. We're not doing that, okay? So if you do want the actual brand and you like it, get a knock AliExpress off, okay? Like, and I'm not gonna be mad as long as I know that you're not feeding them what they want. They want you to feed them like a fat rat. Feed them what they deserve. You give them $20 for that that $4 purse. Give them $20 for that $10 shoe, that $3 shoe that they making, okay? And that's for everything. Everything that they're making is cheap as hell. They're just beating you in the head when it comes to retail. When it gets into retail, they put whatever price they want. Okay, so anyway, like, share, subscribe. Enjoy the rest of you guys' night. Whoever's still with me, I don't know. I don't even know if this is even on. I hope everybody heard me. If from what I saw, it seemed like I was on, so I should be good. Yeah, see, okay. I see some of you guys. Okay, hi, Carmar. You're always here, so hey, shout out to you. Um, Yeah, and everybody else that was here with me, it seems like a couple people is here more than I thought on a late Sunday. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. And hearts is all love as always. Like, share, subscribe. Try to like as much as possible so I can get into the other people's networks. You know, the more likes, the more I'll be pushed out to other people that never heard of me. I just want the message of what I'm saying to be heard, even if people don't agree with it. Even if you're like North African or whatever, we're not saying all of you are a part of what's been happening here. But even you coming here unbeknownst, which I doubt, I think you do know. But even if you come here unbeknownst, maybe their children might not know, but the parents of them that come here, they are well aware of when they come here, what they're doing and how they're hurting other people by being here and saying, hey, we need rights for we need black rights, whatever. No, you guys need black rights. We need our land and our titles back. It's a difference. Like you're hurting us because you're making us try to look for rights on our own right too. You should be asking us for rights. Why do everybody should be asking us for whatever? If not asking us, we should have our stuff in a decent space. Like even if we're not in control or whatever, we should not be work like majority of working like Fortune 500 jobs. We should be majority of in high position jobs that for some reason a lot of immigrants are taking those spots. So it hurts us when you guys come in here, even if you don't know what you're aware of what you're doing. It does hurt us as natives to this country because we get picked last, and it's for a reason the last us being put last, us being and our black men natively to America being at the very bottom, even under the women, is for a reason. They don't want our men to claim their land. They don't want the women to be housewives like they have accumulated there. When they get here in their country, their women stay home. And I don't care what immigrant you name. You can name a North African, you can name a Muslim, you can name a Jew, whatever. Their women usually stay home and their men are out doing their careers. Why can't we have that same dynamic? You know, you keep us at the bottom, at the very bottom. You keep the men below us. That has to change. And I don't care who feels the way about it because I'm saying that on my stomping grounds, my land. I wouldn't go to Jamaica or to Ireland or somewhere else and say, oh, thank you for the cash app. Yeah, so I would not go to Jamaica and be like, oh, well, y'all guys you don't need to be picking this woman up and swinging her around and dancing out here till morning. I'm not going to tell y'all how to move. Y'all probably bury me in the sand. Like, girl, shut up. Bury me in the sand somewhere. Like, your mom, here, blah, 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 blah. You'll be saying something like that to me. You'll be kicking your little language to me. I'll be looking confused, and I'll be feeling stupid to even be talking to y'all like that in Jamaica or in Ireland or but here y'all are here just disrespecting us. But, we're going to get, why it's disrespecting us because a lot of us don't understand what's at stake. So that's what I'm here for. So like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of you guys' night. I just want to quickly shout out the 2 people that gave me something in my cash app, which is very nice. I try not to ask because it's not about really any donations, but if people want to, I know some people they want. I donate here and there, and I want to, so I just leave it up there for whoever wants to. But other than that, I want everyone to be strategic about their money. I want people to hold on to their money, save their money, invest into things that will help you have your own little craft, something on the side for you to transition into something of a business one day when we get right and we start to get them loans approved and this and that. Once we get some type of respect here in the world, and they start to take down all of these narratives of, oh, you got to have this and that to get approved for a lot of things. Hopefully that will change and we will start to be able to get approved for things, and we'll have some type of money or something to put down on it when the time comes. Because as of right now, you can say whatever you want, but they don't give us anything. They're not letting us have anything. They're not letting us get no loans for a home. Somebody can get off the boat or the plane right now from a different country and get a loan for a house, a loan to start their business off, a loan. How? I've been here all my life. They deny me a lot of things. I get a lot of things, but I get denied a lot of things because I'm like in the middle. I'm not. I got like excellent slash credit, but then my FICO is high. So it's like 3 different scores. 2 is excellent. 1 is, so they always try to hit me with the FICO. It's a scam. It's a scam. Just like when I finished school, they gave me the hardest time finishing school, tried to make me learn different languages and all that. I was like, what? I'm gonna get that degree because I didn't do all this and got 1,000 credits, and they're like, oh, well, a lot of these credits don't go to this, and it's like you just got those credits for fun, and then I had to go towards credits that accumulated into a degree. It's a scam. They'll let me go through all that credit, all those classes, and know that most of that stuff wasn't going to be usable. And then when it's time for me to get my degree and do that, they're like, oh, well, now I got to do a bunch of other things to just add up to the stuff that I shouldn't have had did. Listen, and I went to guidance counselor, so that was not the problem. I was always in the guidance counselor class office trying to figure out which direction I should go in with my classes. So it's just you just gotta watch all of these hurdles that they throw in front of us because they don't throw it in front of everybody. They throw it in front of a lot of certain kind of people. So I'm just trying to make everybody have a head game on. I just want everybody to be on their conscious thinking level, not in their lower chakras arguing and the stuff that young Pharaoh all of them are trying to promote and keep you in. I'm going to continue to do the opposite of what me and young Pharaoh is. We are the polar opposites, and I'm going to keep everybody up here. We're going to keep the head high and the brain on, and we're going to make sure that everybody that comes scamming our way, we say no, and we keeping our money in our pockets. So anyway, like, share, subscribe. Just what stopped me was the Cash App. Let me just really quickly go to Manuel Hobson. This is for what? This is for y'all's child. Well, thank you. I don't know if you said this is for my child, but I'll just give it to myself and my pretend child inside my belly. I don't know. Yeah, so thank you for that, Manuel. That was appreciated. And everybody, cancel as many of these people as you can. Get away from them. Stop. If they're gonna just be promoting the same kind of, once you see people arguing on it, stay away from them. They're agents. All these arguments that are going on, all these connected arguments, their ages. They're like, oh, we gotta keep them in a low vibration. We gotta keep them in a headspace of argumentative. So when they go out, they'll have an attitude, or when they're in the house with whoever, they'll be arguing with them because it's already, you're watching it all day and you're ready to just spew, you know, you're ready to give out what you're seeing. Um, so if I keep going, I won't leave. So like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the guys and you guys rest of your night. All right, bye.